Hi guys, just looking at some buttons down here. In here a little early today. I wasn't here yesterday. I was having a tough time. I've got some stuff going on with my neck and back that puts me out of commission occasionally if I overdo it. So I wasn't here yesterday. And also it's been brought to my attention, of course, the two odd pods that I did not listen to because I usually listen to them right away, right after I record them, dropped the sound, and I don't know why. I might have had my headset plugged into the wrong section here on my computer. I don't know. But it dropped off the sound on the two Odd Pods where I was sitting in uh, source energy and sharing some really good information with you guys. Of course, when I sit in source energy, I don't remember. I remember the emotions, etc., but I don't remember what we were talking about. So hope that may be lost, that info I shared, and that's a crying shame because it was really quite good info. That was one where it was about an hour 15. I think I was wearing a striped sweater. So that one is lost, I believe. And that's too bad because I was sitting in source there. And, I don't have the info. The last one I did just the other day, which I did in an orange shirt. And I remember most of that one, or where I was anyway with that. And I was sharing with you, what is a light worker and what does a light worker do? I myself am a very advanced light worker. I'm an ascended master of spirit, and it took me 40 years to get here. As I mentioned, it's a ton of work, but I wouldn't change it. So I'm going to kind of try and re-record the one that I did the other day, talking about the light workers and what is a light worker. And yeah, see if I can bring back some of that information because it was pretty good. So, here we go, guys. This is my info I do have, so I'm going to share it with you, all right? Light workers are what I called old souls. They may be healers, they may be office workers, they may be in any profession at all, not just following a spiritual vocation. Yet all light workers possess certain qualities. They have an interest in being of service. Now, I said of service, not in service, a big difference. I am not your mummy maid, nor is anybody your mummy maid, and nor should you treat anybody like a mummy maid. This shows your ignorance. All right, so you're of service. You be of service, assisting, not in service. That's called slavery, martyrdom. If you choose to do it, be the martyr. Oh, look at me, poor pitiful me. I do all these things for you guys and nobody cares. Stop it, right? So we want to be of service. Big difference. Two-letter word, big difference. We want to live a life of passion and purpose and have their life mean something at a spiritual level. They care about causes that stir their hearts. They believe the world would be more loving and peaceful if human beings were not so fearful. So the fear consciousness causes what, right? Conquer and divide mentality. That's how they keep control of the world. So we have to move into a love-based human consciousness world society and get rid of the fear and the warmongering fucking assholes that perpetuate it. Time for the new world, guys. It's enough of this bullshit. I personally am really, really sick and fucking tired of you guys out there fucking up our planet, just saying. Light workers tend to be sensitive, compassionate, and highly intuitive. Even if they would rather not make waves because they love peace, light workers tend to rock the boat. I tend to rock the boat because I tell the truth. And I don't give a fucking rat's ass what others think about it. On a certain level, of course, I would not be irresponsible, unmoralistic, rude, or unimpeccable. It's not my nature. All I do, whether I'm cussing at you or being angry, all comes from a place of love and purity of heart. Just because we cuss and smoke and drink a gin and cry and have tough times as a human being on this planet does not mean that we are not a highly evolved spiritual being. And we've signed on the contract to come into this meat suit on this earth ship to experience the physicality, so that we must deal with that when it comes up for us. The only thing is, as an ascended master, we don't whirl around in the shitty diapers and wallow in the crap like most of the muggles do out there forever and fucking ever, nor do we believe half of the shit that they try to feed you. So stop swallowing it down. It's making you toxic. So we tend to rock the boat as light workers. This is part of our divine destiny. They are meant to be loving agents for change, bringing in new belief systems that are based in love rather than fear. This is what I've been harping on my Apple box since we started this, and I probably will till my end days. Get out of the fear-based society. You're being deceived and duped. Stop it. Love creates powerful healing change, right? Those who are in fear-based belief systems have difficulty trusting the presence of change or the process of change. Sometimes such people can feel confronted by the love that a light worker carries. It can trigger their fear of letting go of control. Stay true to your love-based beliefs as a light worker, because you are going to trigger people. People come in and out of my energetics, sometimes in days, weeks, months, usually by 3 months. If you are not able to walk in the place of love and peace and face up to yourself as a human being on this planet, you will fall away from my friend's circle. Not many folks make it past 3 months. And those that do sometimes come in for years and sometimes for their lifetime. And, bless them. Obviously, they are attracted to the light, or they would not be able to be in my presence for very long. As I correct yin and correct yang. Many folks don't even know what correct yin is. So when they're in the energetic that is correct, they get all uncomfortable and go all off in all directions, having little tantrums like little children. So this is why I harp on teaching the children. Kindergarten, preschool, certainly by primary school, as I have mentioned before. Mindfulness, meditation, chakras, what are they? At least the first 7. Etheric manners, and holistic education that includes some of everything, especially how to live and take care of yourself without being hooked by the hip to your fucking phone or computer or whatever it is. Because guess what? There's not gonna be any when they finally finish fucking up the planet. We're going to have to go back to the old ways. So teach your children well. Walk towards the light. Be a better being. Right? So love creates a powerful change. Right? Stay true to love-based beliefs. Stay true to them. Even though they're going to try and do this again and again and again. Stay true to that which is here. Love and purity of heart. Be impeccable within your own self. Not who gives a rat's, what they're doing. You. Be impeccable to you, for you, by you. You. You and your source creation. Nobody else out here. It's none of their fucking business what you're doing in here. Stop oversharing. All right? So stay true to your love-based beliefs. Because if you do that, especially as a being who's a light worker or somebody who's a baby light worker wanting to walk towards the light and better themselves, right? It may become a really great a tool for you guys, right? Well, pool as well. You got to go into the pool of all the love of Source. Just think of it like that. Get in there and just let it all over you, that Source love, in the pool of love. So, shining your love light upon the fearful in time. They'll have to step up their own selves, but in time, they may become more willing to trust in love's goodness and healing power. Love is a really overused word these days, and the real true love energy is, obsolete. It's all sexualized and bullshit, right? So, trust in love's goodness and healing power, and this is Source love, not human love. Okay, guys? Nothing to do with human love. Rather than trying to ridicule, bully, or destroy that which could ultimately help them find peace and happiness. And that's what those folks that we call muggles or sheeples are, that are in alliance with the shadow beings. They're the ones that will ridicule and bully and try to destroy the love energy of this planet. And it's time to stop that. Love is the law, the only law, the universal law. Right? Light workers like myself are often fundamentally different to their families of origin. Light workers can be the proverbial black sheep of the family. No shit there, guys. Holding a completely different understanding of the world. They may love their family very much and yet struggle to be themselves within the family. Or they can play the role of the adored child to whom everyone in the family turns when in trouble or needs a shoulder to cry on. They may even feel as though they are breaking family tradition or carving out a way of life that is not necessarily understood by their family members. Another true story. So this requires great courage and self-belief because being different isn't always easy. I figured out I was different in my teens. It was pretty tough. Some light workers tell me that they would wonder if they were adopted, if even though they look like their parents. Yeah, true. Because for one time there, a couple of years, when I pushed away that which I was, which was very uncomfortable, I thought I was dropped on my head or something, like all these things coming in. I could see, hear, smell, taste, feel, astro travel, lucid dream, like, you know, see auras and energies and the trees and everybody around me, the birds and animals. For a long, long time, I thought everybody was the same. But then in my teens, my late teens, I found out they were not. It was a difficult time for a couple of years. And then after pushing that away for a little while, there was just so many supernatural things that happened to me in the esoteric field of this world, this life, that I either had to accept myself as somebody that was a particularly different being, an eclectic eccentric on this planet, or, you know, become a drug addict, alcoholic, or jump off the cliff and commit suicide, end up in a padded room someplace. But I did not. I accepted that which I am. And I have been working towards bringing out the best of me and all that I am for the rest of my life here. Since then, 40 years, I've been walking the good red road. 40 years of creating my source connection with the Creator. 23 years of doing this particular genre of meditation and energy work that I do that has assisted me in bringing my physicality to a high vibrational frequency and learning to live there. That helped me to put the pieces of the puzzle together as to what I was and what I am as a light worker, and I'm still working on that and still learning about it and will be for the rest of my life. And this is a beautiful thing about our human journey. It's a lifelong learning process, right? So, so the sense of being different also will arise at work and with friends, and how the light worker feels about current events compared to what the media presents or what most people think. Well, we all know that the media is a bunch of fucking bullshit, so don't even go there. I haven't listened to the news or watched TV, mainstream TV anyway, because I do watch what I want to on the computer without commercials. Thank you very much. I'll pay $3.99 a month to watch what I want to watch without any fucking commercials. Dribble, drabble, fucking annoying, irritating crap that they try to call entertainment. Really sad, guys, sad. Once we get this up and running, I'm going to get more and more ideas here about what I'd like to do for this little Aud Pod. I want to share with you my knowledge and teach you a bit about that which I am and how I got here. I want to share with you my life story and some of the wonderful things and some of the crazy, shitty things and wild things that happened to me growing up in the North that assisted me in becoming the bushwoman and the competent being that I am today. I also want to do something, and this will all come up in the future because I plan to do this for a long time. I also want to just have a little blurb, maybe once a week or something. The good news. We don't need to hear about the fucking shit. We hear about it every single minute of every single day. You want to lower your immune system and live in a fear-based society? Just turn on the TV. They do it on purpose. Just saying. Fuckers. Stay out of the fear-based society, okay? Don't listen to the goddamn fucking news. Bullshit. It's all bullshit. They only say what they want you to say in order to create the reaction that they want, in order to control you. We've talked about this before, okay? So we're meant to be different, us light workers. It is part of our life purpose to not fit in to the mainstream. It can be difficult, but it's also a wonderful thing. Light workers often attract people who open up and tell them all their problems. They'll be in a queue at a grocery store or a rowdy party, out to lunch, on a bus, anywhere that's not a therapist's room. And people sense their goodness and lack of judgment and respond to it. Yeah, no judgment here, guys. I will talk and say things and cuss and carry on, but everybody is as beautiful as they are, each and every being. Everybody's as unique, energetic spirit on this planet. Holy Source Creator only made one of everybody, one. So love yourself, respect yourself, be kind to yourself, right? No judgment. Well, I shouldn't say that. I do judge the media and all them fuckers out there, politics and leaders who are doing wrong and incorrect energy, consciously creating fear, havoc, and sickness on this planet. I don't judge thee, I see thee. I see you and karma. She's on her way. So it's up to us as light workers to keep up our boundaries, right? Got to do that. It's very, very important to keep up your personal boundaries. And that's where the process of learning how to shield yourself in energy comes in. I wear many, many shields each and every day just to be on this planet. Okay, so we have to maintain our personal boundaries. Very, very important. Because people want to merge with you, they want to suck off you, they want you to take their stuff so they don't have to deal with it. So that's called, right, being a leaky bucket, leaking your crap on other folks, leaking your energy to other people who want to suck it up because they don't want to do their own work. Being a sponge, which is sucking up other people's crap because they don't want to do their own work, and you don't have any shields our boundaries up, right? Are merging. And that's when you feel sick in here. When somebody comes in and merges with your energetics, because they want you to do the feeling and they want you to do the work for them. So never a leaky bucket, nor a sponge bee, nor will anybody ever merge with me. Stay out of the yard and don't touch the instrument without permission. And that is physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Stay the fuck out of my yard. It's mine, not yours. And my yard means my etherics, my energetics, right? My aura. Stay away from me. So we have to maintain our personal boundaries and take care of our own needs so that we have enough energy to help and nurture others. We do not use your own energy. This is a fallacy. We know that now. We've come light years ahead with it, with our teachings and our learnings as energetic beings of high frequency. Right? We don't take on anybody's stuff. We don't give of our personal energy. We are the conduit of the source energy of the creator. Therefore, we are filled with the love and light of the universe, which we share. We do not give of our own personal self. That's a very good way to make yourself sick, tired, and fatigued. That's what they used to do the old days, the shaman, and they don't need to do that anymore. That's not necessary, so why put yourself through it? Okay? Like workers have to take care of their own needs and don't leak your energy out. Don't suck up other people's energy. Don't let people merge into your stuff. Like, stop it, right? So if a light worker feels like they are being dumped on by other people who might try to offload their negativity or take advantage of the light worker's good nature, yes, this is not acceptable, and the light worker will need to practice saying no to this sort of interaction. And no means no in energy as well. No, thank you for your gift. No. No, thank you. Thank you, but no. Take your crap elsewhere. That's all you have to do. No. Let it drop to the Sacred Earth Mother. She'll take it. That's what she does, and transmutes it into something wonderful for somebody that's on a healing path. So if somebody's sending shit your way, no. Thank you, but no thank you for your gifts. Which is a nice way of saying keep your fucking crap to yourself, right? Oh, yeah. In one of my videos, I was touching my cheek like that and going through all kinds of stuff because I'm getting ready for a huge retreat here, and going in with a couple hundred or more ascended masters like myself. Well, nobody's like myself, but we're all ascended masters working within our own personal power range. And so a lot of stuff comes up, right? To be healed mentally, physically, emotionally, all those things come up spiritually so that you can release that crap so that when you come into the retreat, you're a beautiful, sparkly, clean angel that you are. I'm not dragging in any baggage. We don't want to drag any baggage with us anywhere ever. So sometimes things come up, physical ailments. Like the other day, I just noticed when I was doing the Aud Pod, of course, and then I stick my tongue in there. This lump came up in my jaw. And then within a day or two, it went back down. And stuff's coming up in the back of my neck and the back of my head and here and in my stomach and just, oi. So yeah, as I mentioned, I'll be pretty out of commission till probably the third week of February, off and on. As a light worker, you got to take care of yourself there. So yeah, sorry guys, busy sticking my tongue in my mouth there. Didn't realize it really till I watched the Aud Pod again. Yeah, it says like, Suzanne, yeah, don't be doing stuff like that. Looks kind of funny. So lots of little ailments come up when you do light work, and a lot come up to be released on different levels of beingness, physically, emotionally, and mentally. Right? They'll all assist your spiritual journey. So a light worker will have to practice saying no. This is very important because the takers will take as much as you are willing to give. And so stop doing that kind of thing. Okay. You're playing the martyr right there. You're draining your own self. Right? And don't do that. You gotta love your own self to wellness. And when you do that, that gives other people permission to love their own self and not suck off you. So, it can be hard at first to say no. It really can. Because you want to say yes. You want to be, sharing that love, healing energy with everybody. You got to remember to share it with your own self. That was my biggest thing. I heal everybody in the multiverses, but how about me? I need to work on me. I got to remember to do that because when I do, it's amazing. It's a beautiful thing. So, you have to learn to say, as a light worker, I love you, but this is not respectful towards me or towards my own self. And it's not good for us to be, you know, enabling them in disempowering behavior. So, usually light workers have different belief systems to most people around them. So sometimes, we, we wonder if we even belong on this planet or not. This is, of course, most of us are aliens, as are many folks across this earth. When they're going to wake up and remember that, right? Many of us are star seeds and have been for multi-millions and millions of years. Like, are the aliens out there? Most of us on the planet are aliens. You know, they've just been feeding you so much bullshit for so long that you fucking believe it, and it's sad. So, for beings like myself that feel that we actually belong elsewhere in the universe, well, luckily for me now, I can go there and be there. And so it helps me feel a bit more at home because I can go to my universal home and hang out there, which then assists me to stay here on this Earth planet because I'm not really that excited about this planet anymore. Been here a very, very long time. Time to go. So we feel that we belong elsewhere in the universe and wonder if they're really meant to be here on Earth at all. I've wondered that myself, guys. However, if we fall in love with the Earth and realize they are meant to be here for a higher spiritual calling, a sense of purpose is found that brings more joy and less suffering. Eventually, the light worker finds not only their divine purpose, but also a joyful and loving sense of belonging to the Earth. So light workers are supposed to be different. If they fit in with the crowd, they wouldn't be able to bring in new ideas that help humanity move forward spiritually. Over time, the feeling of being a black sheep can become the freedom to be an independent thinker. Then the light worker can help humanity break out of the stagnant and fearful thought patterns. Wouldn't that be a goddamn wonderful thing, guys? Next 21 years is going to change it all up. Just saying. It isn't always an easy path, but it is a beautiful and deeply spiritual one. Yes. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I've cried rivers and oceans of tears, vats and vats of rage, universes and universes filled with love to get here where I am today. I wouldn't change it. And the work continues. The work continues. Light workers need to remember that even if they feel alone, there are other sensitive, highly spiritual beings just like them on the planet. Just a lot of us, like myself, have been in isolation for most of our lives because, because look what you've done to the planet, you fuckers. Fucked it up big time now, haven't you? Yeah, hope you're happy. So, are you a light worker? Are you ready to walk the path of the light worker? And there's a few things here that you might know. Are you referred to as sensitive or emotional or compassionate or perhaps maybe a soft touch or a pushover? Do they mistake your kindness for weakness? As I like to say, underestimate me. That'll be fun. Fun for me, not so much fun for you. Right? You feel different. You find it hard to sense where you belong or wonder if you're from another planet, literally or metaphorically. You sometimes think you might be a bit crazy because you tend to think very different from those around you and you wonder why you can't be normal. Never wondered that. I don't, never call me normal. Punch you right in the throat. You have a strong sense of knowing, a strong feeling, a feeling of impressions about people or situations for no apparent reason. Sometimes you have a feeling that or impression that fills you with emotion or inner knowing, and you find it hard to translate into words. Sometimes your moods are affected by stronger forces than your day-to-day experiences. Sometimes you experience headaches, flu-like symptoms, hot flashes, increased sensitivity to light or sound or television with no apparent physical reason. These symptoms may come and go unpredictably, so this is what's going on right now. Not really that they're unpredictable, it means that you're clearing some crap off of your form that you no longer need to have in your life. And sometimes because you've had it for a long, long time, maybe even many, 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 many lifetimes, it can create physical discomfort when you're taking it out of your energy, right? So sometimes when you're amping up, the one thing about being a spiritual master is instead of lasting for 7 to 10 days, I can get out of it now in 1 to 3 days. And I feel myself going through stuff. Right now, this is different. We're going into a very big energetic conference off planet. So the little human is under it. The little human likes to freak out and kick and scream along the way. Sometimes you don't speak your truth because you know it will upset people and you prefer to keep the peace. But eventually you'll find you'll have to speak up anyway. So, if you're getting information straight from source, you have to learn not to censor that. It's not yours to censor. Mhm. You become emotionally uplifted in nature, hearing beautiful music or seeing something beautiful in an art gallery or a shop window. True story. I've spent most of my life in nature. I've only been indoor being for the last maybe decade. Not even that. As in running water, etc. So, these are some indications that you like to step on the light worker path. Do you want to make a positive contribution to the planet, even if you aren't sure how? Is spiritual growth meaningful and important to you in this lifetime? It's the most important thing to me in my life. My spiritual path, my spiritual growth comes before anything else in my life. Do you feel the need to live your own life, even if it's unusual or different? Yes, I do. Do you feel the need to have an underlying mission or purpose? Do you feel that human culture on this planet needs healing and change? Abso-fucking-lutely. Do we ever need healing and change? It's a very, very fucking sad place to be here. Do you feel called to be of service? Of service? Whether in your professional or your relationship or in the way you live your life. Okay. Do you believe that the earth is in the process of healing herself and the human beings along with her? Well, if we would fucking work with her, we could probably raise ourselves to a place of higher spiritual evolution a lot more quickly, but we don't, do we? No. We fuck it up as best as possible. On all levels. Yeah. Do you believe that we need to move out of a fear-based decision making? Well, of course. This living is in fear. Look what it's done. Look at what it's done to the human race. Look at what it's done to the planet. Look at what it's done to all of you guys. You fucking believe them. And that is sad and pathetic. Think for yourself and stop being a goddamn muggle sheeple. Do you tend to gather communities around you or find people drawn to you and your ideas? At times. If you have time with people, do you need to have time alone in solitude to feel well and balanced? Yes. Do you want a greater spiritual connection in your physical life? Do you want to learn about spiritual matters and incorporate them into your life? Well, then stick around. Mhm. Light workers are awakening all over the world. Even though you may not have thought of yourself as a light worker, if you are awakening and working on yourself as a human being, if you are consciously being mindful each and every day, not just walking around doing that which you do because it's a habit. This day I do this because it's Wednesday. This day I do that because it's Thursday. This day I do that because it's Friday. Mindlessly. Come home Friday night, open up the bottle of wine. Why? Because I do that every single Friday. Even when I don't feel like it. Why? Because I do it every single Friday. I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about you. You come home and Friday night, shower up, head to the bar. Every single fucking Friday night. Because it's what you do on a Friday night. Been doing it for years. Well, fuck, stop it. Do something different. Right? Are you doing it out of habit? Are you consciously deciding that you're going to shower, dress like this, and take yourself to the pub? Do you just walk in and just do it out of habit and routine? Because that's what you always do. Be mindful of what you do, how you do it, what you're wearing, what you put on your body, what's in and on and around you, what you put in, your habits. Do you automatically get up, get a coffee, and light a cigarette? Because it's a habit. Are you consciously doing it because you want to? Are you doing it because it's what you do every fucking morning when you get up? There's a big difference between consciously choosing that which you do in a proactive way each and every day than getting up and doing the same old fucking routine over and over and over again because it's a pattern in your life. If it's not working, change it. Onesies. One thing out, one thing in. Do your onesies. Find support. Friends, guides, teachers, those around you. Me. That's what I'm here for. Connection and independence are part of the light worker's path. You must trust your instincts about when to get support and when you might need to stand on your own and trust your own divine connection. Right? Light workers are all unique. Whatever field they are in and whatever work they do, they have a sense of spiritual about them. Right? With some of us have quiet lives and develop our personal spirituality, which is an important gift to everybody on the planet. Whether you're developing yourself in your personal way or whether you're wanting to step out and share your knowledge like myself. I was the eternal student for a long, long, long time. And now they have told me that it's time to be out there and sharing the knowledge, teaching. And that'll be coming down the road as well. Doing some teaching. Right? Make sure to trust yourself and trust your intuition. And if something feels right, as we've talked about that before, it's got to feel right here. The gut brain, the heart brain. feel right there before you take it into the toolbox, the brain, to action it to the physical. So, as I've mentioned before, bring it in spirit to the left. This is where the thoughts come from, out here in spirit. The yin, the spirit brings it in. Hey, what about this? In our life. It goes down to the heart brain and the gut brain. Choop, how do we feel about that? Does this feel like something that might be a positive in our life that we'd like to do for ourselves? Yes, it feels good in my body. Feels good in my body. So now I'm going to take it into the toolbox so that I can bring it into action on the physical and take it out into the physical. So you bring it in the yin, and you take it out in the physical. Left brain, right brain. That's the way it works, guys. Okay? Yin before yang. Always. Always, always, always. Yin is the spirit, the thought. Yang is the action, the physical. You have to bring the idea in through spirit to your form. Does it feel correct? Yes. Well, then we'll take it into the brain, and now we'll work on how do we want to action this onto the physical world. See? That's the connection and independence. Trusting your instincts of you in here. What's the best for you? You. Okay? Trust your own divine connection. So, go out and explore and trust your intuition. If something feels right for you, a new venture, a new hobby, a new something, should I take a cooking class of, let's say, Vietnamese cuisine? Myself, I'm highly allergic to sulfur, MSG, things like that. So then I would have to take it into my body and look, is there a lot of sulfur dioxide, sulfites, metabosulfites? Is there a lot of wheat? Is there gluten? Is there MSG in those types of foods? What is most prevalent? Well, if it contained a lot of things that I cannot eat, then I would probably decide not to go and take the cooking class. Being mindful, making a conscious, proactive choice, and not living in reaction to everything that is around me. Or paying my money and going to the class and finding out that there's nothing in it that I can eat. So stand on your own and trust your divine connection. Your own self. Don't do it out of habit. Don't do it because so-and-so is going to do it. Does it feel correct to you? It's your journey. Ask the universe to help you find the best people for on your journey. Listen to your own self. Make sure that you learn how to self-soothe when you get into emotional and psychological stress. Make sure that you have a really good way to relax and recharge, as I spoke of before. Find that center point. Find that place where you can go to help yourself regroup. I like to watch cooking shows, painting shows. I like to paint. I like to cook. I like to read. I like to walk around in the forests, the lakes and the rivers and streams and the ocean, and be outside and listen to birds. That brings me peace. Helps me stay centered. It's very important to find some of that. So don't be hesitant to find your own way of what you feel is in your heart. Right? So, in short, being a light worker connects you with loving spiritual entities and worlds that radiate a high level of consciousness. These include angels, ascended masters, planets, and stars. So, a light worker will work with this energy intentionally by calling it in and directing it for a healing intention to people, places, or situations. As an ascended master, I'm very gifted that I can reach into the matrix of the multiverses, tweak it around like tuning a radio, which then can directly affect your spiritual path and even the evolutionary light path of the planet is what I'm working on right now. So, yeah, hopefully that'll help. Working with light and calling on higher beings like angels might seem fluffy to others, but it's actually highly precise. And like I can't even explain it really. It's very practical spiritual work. It's very highly precise and requires a high level of focus and concentration in the etheric realm, which take a lot of work. Takes a lot of work. So you have to focus on yourself and you can't judge others, right? We know that. Give to your inner child, love your work the best you can, enrich your relationships with your partner and families, express yourself, creativity, live a life that resonates with your heart and your inner values. Even if that means taking risks, just trust that it's all going to work out. When you start to walk the path of the light worker, the trust that you have is within yourself and with the Creator, that everything will work out as it should be. Make sure that you give yourself time to play, time to be physical. You walk with spirit all the time, 24/7. And you go and do your meditations and you be consciously mindful of all of that which is around you. Being in spirit is 24 hours a day, every second of every minute of every day for the rest of your life. You're in spirit. You don't just go there. People go, I'm going to go meditate. I'm going to go this. I'm going to go do this. Connect with the light workers. Me, I just live here. I've done my work and I live here. I'm connected to them always, in all ways, at all times. I do not need to go there to connect with them. I am them. Right? So, as a spiritual being, I also want to play on this planet. Want to have joy, want to have ventures, want to have humor, love, good friends, good times, good food. We want all those things too, right? Go to the park, lie on the beach. You want to balance and express yourself in different ways, the different aspects of self. We're multifaceted beings. Allow yourself to be expressive and creative with all that you are. Okay? Make a happier and more vital life for yourself. Being a light worker, really, light worker, it chose me. I didn't choose it. I was born with all my lights on. I can see, hear, taste, smell, feel, sense. They call me a clair-all. It was quite a fucking ride for me until I learned about myself. Very difficult. Didn't want to be on this planet since I was a young person. Yes, because, you can heal and transform your body and emotions, your mind and your soul through working and playing with light. This is what I've done. You will make a profound contribution to this planet, helping to inspire and uplift others. Even if you don't realize it, your energy is like an invisible helping hand. It affects people that you don't know. It even affects the town you live in. Like a candle in the darkness, your energy casts its light. As a light worker, you won't always be understood, as it is not a mainstream vocation at this phase in human spiritual evolution. Used to be. Used to be before they did all this fucking shit and killed 13 million of us in order to bring in this warmongering patriarchal system. Used to be thousands of years ago. Before they killed us all and turned us into objects. You know who you are. So, as a light worker, as I share this knowledge with you guys, I know a lot of folks won't understand. And if I talked in even more of an eloquent spiritual language, many people would not get it. So, one of the things I want to do really is just try to uh, help you understand in an easy way that which we can do to better ourselves on this earth plane. And of course, if we want to do more and more and more, well, then that gets into my realm of work. And then that would be get in contact with me, give me some of your money for correct energy exchange and all that kind of stuff, you know. So just remember, you are making a profound contribution to the planet once you decide that you want to walk the path of light. You might even be drawn towards it and not even realize it's that your little baby light worker out there, bettering yourself. Anybody that wants to work on bettering themselves, I'm cheering for you, cheering for you. Yep. Mhm. So I just wanted to share some of those things with you, you guys, right? And, you know, one thing I have found here, I'll say before I leave, right? One thing I have observed is that the universe will provide you with every support when you are walking your path. Opportunities will come to you. If they do not, then you need to ask this question: am I allowing myself to follow a heart centered path? And if so, is this just a question of trusting in universal timing? Please remember, your path will always find you. You might feel like you're bumbling about in the dark with no clue as to what to do, but here is the truth: you're already on your path. I've been walking my path for 40 years and I'm bumbling about in the dark right now. Yeah. It comes and goes, guys, comes and goes. Each and every layer gets deeper and deeper and deeper, and you become more and more and more of the profound holy light that you are with each layer that you take off. And that is, a beautiful thing to do. Yes. So, right. As a light worker, you're here to help humanity through your own personal healing and spiritual growth. So we'll all have one main inner issue to work through. And it might pop up at different times as your soul is growing. It could show up in the same story, but different ways. Or this, but it's at the root of it is still the same thing that you're working on. So whether you know it's your main issue or not, just take it slow. If things come up for you, just take it slow. Surrender, right? Your main healing issue will be found in the area of your life where you encounter the greatest difficulty. Take one step at a time and do what you can and surrender the rest. Eventually, this issue will have a positive effect on your life and spiritual journey as you work through the difficulty and understand how to heal it within yourself. Then, as you master the issue, you will develop expertise in assisting others with similar issues. Right? So, as I mentioned, the universe will provide you with every support when you're walking the path. So, if it's not working for you, am I allowing myself to follow a heart centered path? Whether it seems like a proper life path or not is irrelevant. What your heart leads you towards is perfect for you. Whether it makes sense to you, seems practical, or makes sense to others does not matter. It doesn't matter. Source doesn't care what you think, right? And when you're on the right path, your life conspires to help you in ways that for another person would not be practical. If you want your path to become clear, ask the universe to assist you. What are you meant to be? What are you meant to learn? The more that you accept this, the more that you flow into a conscious living life. You know, you'll find a fulfilling expression in your life path. So be consciously procreative in your life and not unconsciously walking through your life in habits and reaction to that which is around you. It doesn't matter. It's not going to affect your life path in the long run of things. Okay? So that's some of what I was sharing and got knocked off of here the other day. So I'm going to listen to it now and see if it actually works. And if not, maybe I have to get a new headset, guys. So let's cross fingers that everything works. And just, hey, happy February the 1st. Guys, what the heck, over? Gee, time goes by. To all you Cappies out there that just had birthdays, happy birthday to you all. All you Aquariuses coming up, happy birthday to you. Blessed be. Remember, I love you. And you love you. Gentle with self, guys. Always gentle. Cheers.